Hi, I'm Geddy Lee, and this is
Lifeson.
And I'm Annika Niles.
Not only are we going to be playing in the UK and in Europe in 2027, but we're also coming to South America.
Guys, thank you so much for watching my video about Rush making their announcement the first time that Annika, Geddy, and Alex were in the room. You guys sent me your comments and your thoughts. I'm going to respond to them in real time. This is the first time I have read them. Thank you for being here. I'm Eric. This is the Loudboy Experience, and let's go. So the first one is from Frank. He's a good friend here at the Loudboy Experience, and I thank you, Frank. And he starts right off the bat by saying, I'm sorry for taking so long before I got around to watching this video, Eric. Frank, don't worry about it, brother. We all have stuff going on, and I just appreciate that you found it and that you watched. And man, I appreciate everything you've done and all your support. So thank you, Frank. It would be very interesting to hear some new songs by Geddy and Alex and Annika Niles drumming, and Lauren Gold working his magic on the keyboards. Now that's a thought. Talk about changing the lineup. It's one thing to have Annika playing drums, but imagine a fourth member of Rush. Now that is new. Rush has always been a trio. We start off with John Rutsey. We move into the the Neil period, the Alex, Geddy, and Neil period, and we lost Neil, but we have Annika now. They're going out as Rush, but adding Lauren Gold on keyboards and him part of the writing process and playing on an album, a little bit mind-blowing. I need to give that some thought. I need to let that marinate for a little bit. Thank you for bringing that up, Frank. I'm going to keep thinking about that one. It would be nice to hear some kind of prog rock blended with some spacey background tones. Sounds kind of like Rush. I love listening to Osric Tentacles, and nobody else comes close to Edwin's style. But if it wouldn't hurt their career if they had, I told you, this is the first time reading it. So guys, patience. Thank you. All right, let me try again. But if it wouldn't hurt their career if they wrote some tunes along the line of that space rock. Yeah, I know. And of course, we know that Steven Wilson has gone this route many times, especially in the solo stuff. Anyway, Eric, it's been a pleasure having made your acquaintance on YouTube and beyond. I wish you all the blessing of this world has to offer and much more. Shalom. As always, Frank, I thank you, brother. I love that you're here. And I appreciate you being, your comments and all your support, man. Next up, good to meet this Rush community, Eric. I had a Rush experience online and off. I saw Rush at Test for Echo tour with some friends, so did I. And I'm on Social Security disability, so am I. And so probably wouldn't see them in person again. No reason to be sad, though. I'm a progressive. I am thrilled you're here. Your story mirrors mine. I've seen Rush numerous times, but Test for Echo was one of them. It was down in Texas. And guys, you don't know what life's going to throw you. I was born with a debilitating, a chronic issue in C1 and C2 of my neck after numerous neck surgeries to fuse me from C2 to the base of my skull. It's led to a life of often debilitating pain. And I was like that. Like a snap of the fingers put on disability. I applied, they put me on it for life because I truly have a very serious condition, a condition that has actually prevented me from doing this very work, talking to you for the past 4 days. I've been really out of it. I've had some hard days. And guys, when you go through that, please know that it's, Lord willing, temporary. And it hopefully won't last forever. When you go through hard stuff, try to compartmentalize it, knowing like, I'm dealing with this now. It's sheer hell. I'm going through crap. I'm in the middle of the storm and I'm going through the fire and all those metaphors. But know that you will come out of it and hopefully be better for it. I've faced that this past few days. I know what it's like to be on disability. I am on it. I have been blessed to have the ability to do this work here at the Loud Boy Experience and to make a little bit of money, because my only goal in life is to support my wife and kids and to do my job as a father and husband. And I have been blessed with the talents and experiences to do this kind of work. And I thank you guys for your support in making this happen. Every time you watch one of my videos and you see an ad pop up, that helps me a little bit. This is not about being rich, or this is about trying to help in some small way contribute to my family's finances. I know I've gone way off topic here, but it feels important to mention all of this. I thank you for watching, your support, and your comment. Those of us who go through this stuff, and as we get older, it only gets worse. Disability, physical hardships, health issues, and all these things, they're not easy. And we need to talk about them more. Because sharing this stuff, sharing ways to cope with it, sharing our experiences, I hope that it helps just a little bit. You're not alone. Keep your chin up. Have faith. And if you're with God, pray. Praying is important. All right. Back to the comments. This is Tom Hockman. Thank you for this video and all that you do. I am enjoying your comparisons of the new mixes. Talk of the upcoming tour. I'm going to Detroit because Cleveland was sold out. Dude, I'm happy for you, man. I'm glad you're getting to go. That's awesome. It's still out there. I still hope I might get to go. We'll see. But I'm glad you're going, man. And man, enjoy. That's awesome. Next one. I know one thing. Rush thinks their fans are made of money. The price for the deluxe set and the concerts are out of control. You're not alone with this thought. Got some responses to that by Jedi Knight. Love the name. Is it the band that sets the price tickets or the tour organizers and promoters? Excellent question. Quick guess. I'm no expert in this. Tour organizers and promoters set prices that are in line with the industry, that reflect the expenses they incur on the road. Okay, how much does it cost to put this concert on? If it costs $2 million to rent a stadium for the night, all this money to do 10 to 15 semi trucks with the entire crew and setup, you got me? And not including the private jets that Geddy and Alex take, all those expenses, okay? And then you have to make a profit among that. Otherwise, why do it, okay? Capitalism 101. You have to make a little bit of money. So I think there's a lot of variables at play here. So the answer might be a flat yes. It is set by all these entities, reflecting what the market will bear, what people will pay, and what your expenses are underneath that to allow a certain amount of profit. That's my quick take. Next up, Jedi Knight. The band has a major influence on the process. Yes, of course they do. And then here's another one from ChatGPT. All right, so someone punched this into ChatGPT to get an answer. In the modern music industry, rock bands and their management teams actually have the primary authority over ticket prices, though this power is often mediated by promoters in market realities. That's basically another way of everything I just said. So I'm glad I'm at least as smart as an AI program. Hey, that's something. Tom Hockman again. Since you mentioned yes, I'm curious how you feel about the releases from John Anderson and the band Geeks. The sounds more like Yes than the current band name Yes. Interesting. Thanks for sharing that with us. Thank you. I've been a huge Yes fan. You know, I discovered Rush in the mid to late 80s, okay? In that time period, in and around-ish. I always say ish because I'm not sure the exact date. Hold Your Fire. Okay, so that, all right? I find 2112, and then I expanded my catalog from there. I go backwards and I went forwards, building my Rush in my love of Rush. Okay. It was only within a year or two that I discovered Yes. Because certain things, you start reading magazines, you start reading books, you start hearing things, and you start knowing who the other players are. Again, this is before the internet. When I discovered Rush, there was no internet for us to use to do research, to go look at stuff. So therefore, I found what I could. In our library in my high school, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, I'd go and I'd find they'd actually have some stuff. And I'm a little bit ashamed, somewhat ashamed. when I found articles and stuff, or or chapters, a couple of page things, and a certain rock book or whatever about Rush, I would take a knife and I would cut them out and stuff in my backpack. These were I was not cutting stuff out of hardcover books, but I wasn't the best kid back in high school. I had some issues, so I stole a couple pages of Rush. Point is, in that discovery process, reading, discovering, and looking and researching, I discovered yes. And when I did, I was thrilled. So much so that I was blessed enough to go see the the Union tour, which was phenomenal. And I had no one else to go with. And my mom came with me. It was an outdoor pavilion in the middle of Massachusetts. And we went to see the Union tour. Yes. And it was amazing. And my mom could not believe John Anderson had some flowing white robes on, all right, for that tour. And he was just, being John Anderson around the stage, right? Oh, seeing all good people, like it was John Anderson. And and she just turned to me like, what is that? She couldn't believe that this was John Anderson on the stage, but she nonetheless, though, appreciated the music. And here's what's more. If you go through my music catalog then, all the way to now, it's not full of garbage. Most of my stuff have thoughtful, intelligent lyrics, masterful, genius music, and therefore, I bring that up because when we went to see Union, I didn't have a question in mind going like, oh, should I be worried about my mom, who happens to be the wife of a preacher? Okay, I'm a preacher's kid. My dad's a preacher in a church. And, should I be worried? No. I went there with full knowledge and comfort that anything she saw, heard, or whatever would be safe, if you will. So anyway, I'm a huge Yes fan. I love the guys. Later in life, Trevor Rabin, you know him well, from the mid 80s-ish, he helped kind of revitalize, yes, Trevor Rabin. And they had some of the most successful albums with him. He went on to score the first 2 seasons of 12 Monkeys, my favorite sci-fi time travel TV show, one in which I have been prepping for, and I'm soon going to make a series about 12 Monkeys. And if you guys enjoy 12 Monkeys, or at least wonder what that is, please check it out. My 12 Monkey series hopefully is coming soon. I've been ramping up for it, doing everything I can to build out the show and what it's going to be. So be looking for 12 Monkeys. And speaking of, I have other videos out right now. I have stuff about the hardest songs for Annika, Geddy, and Alex to play on the 50-something tour. Guys, I'm Eric. This is the Loudbar Experience. I will see you soon.